These days, spotting a Boeing 747 in passenger service is already a rare sight, but finding an older 747-200 variant still in active use, that's almost unheard of. One particularly fascinating example has been flying under the ownership of Rolls-Royce, not as a passenger plane, but as a flying testbed. For years, this 45-year-old Boeing 747-200B, based in Tucson, Arizona, served as a vital platform for testing new turbofan engines. But now, it seems the legendary quadjet has reached the end of its journey with the company. Reports suggest that earlier this July, the aircraft completed what may have been its very last flight for Rolls-Royce. Let's take a closer look back at its incredible history, unique role, and final chapter. According to industry outlets like Aerospace Global News and Vintage Aviation News, the aircraft registered as N787RR took to the skies for the final time on July 9th, completing a 4.5-hour loop that began and ended in Tucson. Data from planespottters.net shows that Rolls-Royce had operated this jet for just over 20 years, since acquiring it in June 2005. Deborah Robinson, Rolls-Royce's Director of Test and Experimental Engineering, explained why the aircraft was so important. While computers and ground-based rigs can simulate a lot, nothing matches the real-world testing that can be done in the air. Flying allowed the team to push engines to their limits, explore the edges of the flight envelope, and feed that data back into their design models. This aircraft's story began long before its testbed career. Delivered to Cathay Pacific in April 1980 as VR Here, it later re-registered as Be Here in 1997. After nearly 2 decades with Cathay, it left the fleet in December 1999. From there, it joined Air Atlanta Icelandic, spending 5.5 years with the carrier while also flying on lease to Saudi Arabian Airlines and AirAsia. Then, in 2005, it joined Rolls-Royce and was christened Spirit of Excellence. Its most famous role was as the flying testbed for the Trent 1000 engines developed for the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. Over the years, it also tested other advanced engines, such as the Pearl 10X, which is set to power the upcoming Dassault Falcon 10X business jet. According to Rolls-Royce, the aircraft could gather an impressive 20 gigabytes of performance data per day. Information that was critical both for new engine development and for upgrades to existing models. Now, after decades of service first carrying passengers across continents, then helping shape the future of aviation technology, the Spirit of Excellence has earned its retirement. What are your thoughts on the retirement of this iconic flying testbed? Share your thoughts below, we'd love to hear them.